Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Major Minor. We're starting here because I have some things to talk about. For a second there I thought the game was actually saying that we've been here before. We're starting here so I can talk about things. I go over all this stuff that we lost because, you know, just can't save anywhere. So, on the last Let's Play, in the world of Earth, Daz leveled up. She went from, I guess, like backup singer, well, not really backup, but like second fiddle to superstar, in a way, or they planned to, because, Lord, I can't remember. The main guy that died, something happened, he's no longer there. Death. Maybe. Might be here, though. I don't know. And then we have, the king, whose name eludes me. The jackal guy, who seems a bit devious, because, you know, when that one guy when the horse guy left, basically that gear wolf fox guy appeared, and he's like, everything's going according to plan, and you will be the other person in this chair, or like in the other chair. Oh yeah, and we also went to chapter 3. You'd think there would be a save slot here, but they ain't. And let's see. Which also, so it makes me feel a bit cautious about that Jackal King. That, and also I accidentally, between Let's Plays, was on the Steam page looking at a thing, and there was a screen that was like him talking to a shadow guy, and the shadow guy was like, "So you're up to your old tricks again." Which makes me trust the Jackal guy even less. At which point, I mean, it could be maybe neutral or good assassin guy, I don't know, but probably not. And it's also making me think about the guy that gave us these powers. Though I feel like he might have given me these powers and let me be here, put me here, so that they could get my powers, but they wouldn't, you know. If they're working for him, why didn't they just put me in the castle, kind of thing? Then let's see. Though maybe he let that happen, so maybe the Gear Fox guy might be good, but he's trying to figure out what the king's up to. And right, we already said we came here and met a whole bunch of people, right? I kind of went off on a theory tangent. Yeah, there was like quite a bit of time between, you know, the 10 minutes I think was the last time we had a save, and then the like 30 minutes where there weren't. Mostly, she's clumsy. What's someone teaching him? Not to dialogue, to actually have to read. Add a pizza. And curry. I wonder what it'd be like to have pizza on curry, or curry and pizza. And then there's this bear that we're gonna see very shortly, who could just be a mercenary, but he might be some kind of resistance member. Who knows? I mean, that's just a theory. The resistance member. And he asked if I wanted to go into, or that suggested I should go into the basement with him later. Which I'm not sure if it's for a little nookie. I saw the hentai tag on this game, though it could just be that that his proposition is, I don't know, me hiring him for a thing. Or maybe he could be a resistance guy to something. I mean, things don't seem to be particularly good here. They said that this place is a paradise, but then I'm like, I wonder how much of that is true. And now we've all caught up. 4 minutes of tapping the enter button. So anyways, I continue my walk over to Endymion and Conrad and PB. I'm still open to getting interrupted again. I have the habit of bumping into random people lately. So I see you met Rightly? Always eager to sell his services. But at least he's able to make money. PB glares at Endymion and Conrad. Hey, you said you'd be okay with waiting, unless you just conned the story out of us. And that wouldn't be cool at all, PB. Not cool at all. Oh yeah, the savior. My guarantee for prompt renovations. I hope for your sake that the story is true. If I don't get my money like they promised, I'll get Riley involved here pretty quick. He's not kind to those who cross me. Hey now, you're a rockstar. There's no need for that. We have no reason to lie. We mean it. I guess we'll see, won't we? PB trots off towards Trish and Fidget. I wouldn't be surprised if he yells at them next. Or if he accidentally steps on that broken glass carpet. Hopefully people actually wear shoes in this universe. So, that was Riley. We kind of almost worked with him. He was going to be a third assassin. I thought it was a rule of 2. But, as you can tell, it didn't work out. Since he's so big and that wouldn't make a very good assassin. He branched off into his own unit. I guess you could say he's our rival. Well, isn't he a mercenary? We fight against him more often than not. He steals a lot of our business. You know, with us having to kill someone. Fair enough. He sells his services to protect them. That's why we haven't killed anyone lately. Velasquez is giving us different work. Kind of like a kind of like the Filar scheme. And you. I'm not sure what Riley wants with you. He probably just sees a chance for money. I don't like those types of people. I bet he wants you instead. I'll bet that he wants you instead. Velasquez has promised a lot of money. And amounts that Riley would never deny. Be wary of what he tells you. His lust for gold could mean subterfuge. He'll frighten you into feeling vulnerable, and that's when he'll give you his pitch. He's a great salesman, that's for sure. Conrad and I, on the other hand, we have nothing to hide from you. If he wants to meet you, but by all means. I have some mail to check in the meantime, as well as some immigration papers to file. It still sounds loud to me, but what are you gonna do? I suppose I'll be seeing you later then. I'll be here, twiddling my thumbs. I don't get involved with anything fun. I mean, none of that checking mail is fun. Oh, one more thing though. If Riley wants to team up with us, tell him to go find his own savior. He's always after a huge sum of money. But he'll pretend that's not the case. I'll bet he wants to mend things with us. And that I'd laugh in his face. It's business, and we're rivals. I'm not doing anything with that man again. I nod. I wasn't aware they had a history like this. Suddenly, some of their actions made sense. It seems everyone here was related in some way. They all had pasts, intertwined with one another. Started to walk in the same direction as Riley. I hoped his cellar would be easy to find, and sure enough, it actually is. See a large wooden door with a drawing taped to it. It's a cartoon wine bottle with arms and legs. Upon closer inspection, it has a wide, beaming smile. The corner says, "This is my best friend." And underneath it says, "It's signed by Fidget." That's cute. Perhaps I'll compliment him later. But for now, I was on a mission of importance. I open the wine cellar door and begin my descent. I'm surprised that this game didn't let me choose to go see him. It just was like, okay. I mean, I wanted to, but still. My mind is filled with doubts. What Riley would want. You'd like to save your game. Yeah, it'd have been an extra couple of minutes. But, you know, I never knew. Couldn't know. Stairs creak heavily as I enter the cellar. In a way that would destroy any attempt of stealth. There's no doubt about it. He knew I was here. Also, this is a nice looking wine cellar. But at least he'd be able to tell that I came alone. But where was he? I finally reached the bottom, right behind that big wine barrel. The cold floor sends shivers quickly up my spine. The only heat in this place is the flicker of candles. I take steps forward, looking at all of the wine. There's so many bottles, so many varieties. Did PB and Fidget brew all this on their own? I scan the place with best of my ability, but for the life of me, I can't find Riley. Hey. I jump through the air in fright. How in the world did he get behind me? Oh, did I frighten you? I was just leaning against that wall, man. My apologies, Dark. Did you make sure to close the door? I nod. Seems pretty paranoid about all this. Either that, or he's about to tell me something big. I'm actually not sure what would be worse right now. So instead, I stare at him with inquisitive silence. Listen, I'll make this quick. Wasting time isn't in my nature. I've been following you. He's been following me? Well, that's creepy. Ever since you arrived in Terra, I watched you drop into that forest. I watched you make your way to... Right? That place. This place? That must be the name of this town. I know who you are and your mission here, so you don't have to hide anything from me. Why would he be following me like that? How did he know about the ritual? I cross my arms and stare at him dumbfoundedly. The explanation he has for this better be good. I don't think you fully understand things. Probably not. But then again, neither do the assassins. They're simply being used by the king. Huh? Give me a chance to explain myself first. I assure you that I'm not against you. I value your life and your safety. If I wanted to hurt you, I would have. After all, I'm blocking the only exit. It's a pretty terrifying way to reassure me. But he spoke the truth, as harsh as it was. So please, hear me out, I beg you. About to make a terrible mistake. I shrug and decide to listen. I wasn't in the position to make an educated decision. I move to the wall and press my back against it. Better get comfortable for what I'm about to hear. Now, where should I begin? It takes a few moments before speaking, as if lost in thought. Let's start with the issue of Velasquez. I have some very condemning evidence. He's lying, playing at a sinister scheme. He's touted you as the savior to everyone. Thanks to your friends, this is spreading. But I know this is also part of his plan. The more people that talk about you, the easier it is to hide his true intent. He lets his citizens spread the rumors. I kind of assumed the king was a little evil. He seemed too secretive for his own good. Not even his servants know what he's up to. Now, I don't know exactly what he's hiding, because he's extremely good at hiding it. But I must know that it's there. I just know that it's there. The assassins are too far gone to see. Now, I'm glad I didn't become an assassin. I was close, but backed out near the end. Velasquez has a ruthless litmus test. In order to join, I had to, well, and to do something unthinkable. Maybe kill one of the assassins, I guess? I can't tell you what it is, though. I swore an oath of secrecy back then. No matter what, I'm still honorable. Because, you know, rule of twos and stuff or whatever. There seem to be not enough assassins. I had a man undercover in the castle. His job was to extract anything he could. I'm led to believe he found something big. I know that you might not believe me, or at least my word alone. So that's why I have evidence. Velasquez caught my undercover agent. He directed his efforts into capturing him. His name was Kila. Interesting. My top mercenary. Hey, I recognize that name. That's who those people are expecting mail from, the assassins. Kila was undercover as a royal servant. Velasquez needed him silenced immediately. So he gave Kila a condemning order. He asked Kila to help ruin Filar. They'd plant fake evidence in his estate. Together, they'd ruin his campaign. If he denied, his cover would be blown, and his reputation as a mercenary ruined. You're ruthless if you can't hold your cover. Or ruined? Velasquez had him in a checkmate. He had no choice but to accept this mission, so went to disrupt Filar's rally. Isn't it extremely convenient? Kila now rests in a prison, silenced. The one man that could help expose Velasquez. Seems a little too precise to be coincidence. Hold on a sec. Sorry, I guess the curry man might... Well, then also doing this for a couple hours doesn't make my throat do it any good. And the assassins help the king. You think they're exposing Lord Filar, but this was a ploy to get Kila in jail. Your friend will find his mailbox empty. Velasquez has already attained his goal. The empty mailbox will be proof enough. Filar is top-notch security on his estate. Kila will not be able to follow through. He will simply starve and die in prison. I know that Velasquez hates Lord Filar, but this plan has nothing to do with that. If anything, he wants Filar to help me out. To help out. In getting rid of the guy, Filar will keep Kila under constant watch. After a week, he will starve to death. Gee, that's not a good way to go. Taking all the evidence with him. That makes sense. Things are starting to come together. Everyone in Terror seems to be connected somehow. This political puzzle is finally starting to take shape. Edmelin and Conrad are far too gone. They would never question their king, no matter how odd the order seemed. Kila was very skilled at stealth. There's no reason to capture him. He could have planted evidence in the night. And why not ask the assassins? They have Filar's unconditional trust. They could easily planted evidence. It makes absolutely no sense. But they serve without question. I fear that they are leading you to your demise. And if you doubt what I'm saying, well, they did the same to Kila. He will die unless he gets broken out. Even when they find their mailbox empty, I don't think that they will realize the truth. They will still take you right to the king. Even if that means leaving Kila to die. You see, they are blinded by money, something they often accuse me of. But me? I value your life. I want to keep you safe from the king, and safe from those two heartless killers. Not sure about heartless. Granted, they are assassins. Granted, not sure if it's like the other game where it's like, well, even though they're pirates, they don't steal anything. Please, help my cause instead. Together, we can rescue Kila And in the process, we can expose Velasquez. I'm sure that you hold common sense. I can't just let Kalen die in the cell. Nor can we let Velasquez win like that. Upstairs, I was just putting on an act. I wanted it to seem like a sales pitch. Please maintain the facade for me, okay? If they ask about what happened, tell them you refuse my offer to help. Do not reveal anything I have said to you. Then what am I supposed to do besides pretend I didn't hear what you said? He lets out a sigh. I wish I could have gone to you first. It would have spared so much trouble. No doubt you're extremely confused. If I found you first, you'd be fine. It makes more sense with a clear head. An open mind, like the other one had. It's all very confusing. I'm not sure what to do. A lot of information is conflicting right now. Riley hasn't hurt me yet. So there's that. Wait a minute. Did he just say other one? Because of Kalen, I knew about the rituals. Today, I was able to intercept it. I was hoping to grab you, but I couldn't. For some reason, the ritual brought two. But instead of you, I got someone else. Perhaps they can convince you as a friend. He turns his head to the darkness of the cellar. You can come out now. A shadow emerges from the darkness. Is he going to be the rock star? Granted, I don't know him. At the moment, I was utterly shocked. I saw the last person I expected to see on Terra. Okay, fair enough. Kila? Dun dun dun! Meanwhile, back on Earth, in a shady back alley late in the night. Oh woo. I mean, you got time there. So, how are you holding up? I'm tired. Shouldn't have woken me up. You got the coke? Shock, you need to know. Needed to know. Don't give me any of that nonsense. You and Clace went way back. So? Okay, time to take a picture so I know who Shock is. Think he's like the other rock star or something? I just wanted to talk to you about this. I know it must be terrifying you, affecting you somehow. You were childhood friends, you know? You should go back to your contest winners. Seems to me that they were more obsessed. Why don't you go interrupt their sleep? Don't be stupid. Listen, you know I care about you. If I were in your shoes, I'd need a friend. I'm just doing what's appropriate, Shock. This affects you more than it does them. Who are you to say that it affects me or not? Stuff your nose back in that tablet, Rook. It doesn't belong in my personal business. Sorry for caring. I know why you really called this meeting. You don't care about how I feel at all. You just care about whether or not I'm staying. Now cut the chase, to the chase. None of this is about my friend. It's all about how your careers will change. Shock, I really do care. I know what it's like to lose someone. I've been in this exact situation before. Is that so? That's not what I heard. I heard that you like to abandon others. It's the reverse, Rook. People lose you. Grr. I told you to cut to the chase. What's the real reason you called me here? Fine. I guess I'll pretend not to care. There's something you're good at. Sin's decided to restructure the tour. Opening night will be a memorial service. You know, like a vigil in Clace's honor. So, like, why are they meeting in a dark alley? It's not like they're doing drugs. Really? Singe has sentiment? Well, I guess you could say that. But he did it to minimize refunds. Fans will still want to attend. That makes more sense. Here I thought he might have grown a heart. He wanted me to ask you something. If perhaps you'd make a little speech. You know, as a childhood friend of Clace. Fans might want to hear your voice. Could give the vigil more impact. Now think about it. Really? He was one of your best friends. This is his memorial service, you know? You really have to think about this? Indeed, I do. Got a problem with that? No. Also, there will be a big announcement. Daz will take Clace's place in the tour. We would appreciate if he stayed. Rocker is going to stay. He's pledged his service to Daz. Services. What do you think about that, Shock? I think I'll have to think about it. Very well. Can I go now? I suppose. But first, about the contest winners. They're not precious to me. The contest was Clace's idea, Shock. I did it for him, and now he's gone. They'll wake up to some horrible news, assuming they haven't heard it already. In fact, it might even send them home. Singe needs to decide what we'll do. I'll have you know that they don't impact me. Is it because I sent you that one message saying that we might not make it there in time? Or what was it? It could have also been that we wanted to go to a cafe. Got it. And about what you might be feeling, please do me a favor, Shock. Don't make the same mistake I did. With all due respect, Rook, only you could screw up that bad. Shock storms off, pushing Rook out of his way. Wow. People think I'm a jerk. Oh then, what's gone into him? Oh, there you are, Daz. I think he skipped a few steps. Went right into anger stage of grief. That's a fact. I could use it in his face. I could see it in his face. I guess we all handle things differently. Yeah, some more harmful than others. Thanks for coming to see me at last. No problem. Is there anything I can do? If I can help in any way, please tell me. Well, I know that you were with Singe. Perhaps you could have some information for me. Aside from your promotion, I mean. Singe told me about that directly. But I don't know much else. Other than the changes to opening night. Well, I talked with Rocker for a bit. He seemed more interested in mythology. So I tried to get out of there quickly. Sounds like him. It's admirable, though. He's still able to study while abroad. If only he didn't show it off all the time. Yeah, it can be a little troublesome. I could give you a lecture, though. Especially on the creation of Japan. You're implying I couldn't do the same? Remember, I work with him every day. Heh. Well, anyway, about the murders. I think there's been a breakthrough there. Really? You think I'd know about that? My mailbox is usually flooded all night. The police are even keeping it a secret. But they found a culprit, at least for half of the cases. This person confessed to being a copycat, responsible for the gun murders. Interesting. They have a solid alibi for all the other cases. So now all we have left is a bunch of suicides. So the real mystery still isn't solved. People are taking their own lives, even if they're completely healthy. and with no evidence left behind either. It seems as if the bodies were moved. It's the only way this makes sense. So there's another killer out there then? It seems to be that way. But the police don't care. They're closing the case in the morning. They'll just be labeled as suicides, even though that's physically impossible. Psychologically, indeed. Anyone could realize that. Crime scenes don't match the crime. Bit premature to close a case like that. Of course. But there's nothing we can do. If it's closed, then we'll never know the truth. It leaves it in the hands of others. You want to play detective now? I want to know who did this to us. Don't you? I want to know who killed him. I'd rather not know. Do you read? Don't you read? Finding the culprit makes you a target. Just someone else they need to silence. I'd advise you to drop it, Daz. We don't need to lose another idol. We need to work on moving forward together. You have a point. I'm wondering somebody in this group I was thinking that people that died in Midnight were transported to the other planet, but I'm wondering if these suicide murders are actually murders and somebody in the group might have done it. But Singe didn't back down so easily. He never does. What did he do now? He already has a suspect in mind. Clay's bodyguard. Really? Yeah, and it kinda makes sense. The murder started when we arrived, and the scene seemed expertly tampered with. It makes sense, given his background. He worked the police before Singe, and be able to pull strings like that. Seems too simple to me. I thought so at first, but Singe called him in for questioning, and that's where things got more suspicious. It seems that he fled Tokyo. Please be a safe file. Bali. I think we'll leave it right there and I'll just, do 2 Let's Plays? I don't know. Anyways, that's gonna be the end of this one. Like, why is it that you can only save sometimes? It's weird. I'm gonna look it up though. Oh, it's a good time to call it because I'm feeling a little iffy. Good food, but hot food. So anyways, that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. So comment, because I like comments, tell me what you like, dislike. If you like my YouTube and would like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and share other videos to help it grow. And please remember to spay your animals to help control the population. And until next time, I'll say me, GamerWolfSix of Major Minor. See ya.